heavy work. It's time to fiberglass the deck. It's been a lot of preparation, a lot of thought, a lot of money, but we're going to start laying fiberglass on the deck. We have prepared everything, sanded, marked out where we're going to lay the glass, and we're going to wet down the plywood of the deck and then lay the fiberglass on top, and then a layer of peel ply. We've never actually used peel ply before. Obviously it's highly recommended and most people love it, so hopefully we'll love it by the end of this. Yeah, so we'll just see how we go. It's been a bit of a saga to get this far, a lot of filling and fairing, and we had to cut all the holes for the stanchions and make sure they're sweet. We're going to fold the fiberglass into the stanchion pockets, I guess we'll call it, that go through the cover board. Just so that's well protected for future. And yeah, I guess we'll just start wetting out and see how we go.
Giving it over your big bone, so you should be happy.
Yep.
I love it. It's
amazingly refreshed.
Oh, she actually got...
There comes a time when you need to turn off the camera and focus on the job, and that's what we did. We had to get this fiberglass down. It did not work to plan, but we've still got a lot of boat to go, so we're going to be pretty good by the end of it, I reckon. It's just always the first bit that's hard. Trick is to stay positive and go watch some YouTube. Go have a look, learn a thing or two. We're yeah, but the first sheet is down. We're not happy with it, but we'll just have to see how we go. Have a look tomorrow and see what we think. Big day.
You can feel the blush on top?
Yeah. Can't even see it. Just a shame you only get one go at the sheet. You got to be happy with that.
Yep.
such a waste, but anyway.
There are air bubbles in it.
I think one of the things that happened with the peel ply yesterday is we laid it on like a sheet,
Yeah.
and then it was already adhering, like sticking.
Yeah.
And then we've got the creases.
Yeah.
So I think the rolling would be better,
Yeah.
but maybe from the pointy end.
What if we rolled out that way?
Too big, I think. But let's dry lay this. So we can roll that up. I'll just choose. And then
You just go into your. Probably have to go a bit further. Just to make sure. Okay, so you can come up a bit if you want.
don't have to though. I think it cuts the axis. So there's no power. We have a waterfall inside the shed and we're doing this. Some people might call it ambition. Some people might call it madness.
Cold, wet and miserable day again. So yesterday we managed to get some of the starboard side fiberglass down. Obviously the camera ran out of battery and there was no power in the shed to recharge the battery because all the power was out in the surrounding area. But that doesn't stop us from fiberglassing. But today, unfortunately, it's just plain too cold. It's snowed down to 500 metres, so I think we'll give it a miss today. Might just do some fairing or something. So yeah, I'll pull off the peel ply here and have a look at the job that we did yesterday, and hopefully it's getting better. I think it is. Yeah. So for anyone that's wondering, we're fairing the hull in preparation for fiberglass. We're going to do 2 layers of 450 gram double bias fiberglass and a layer of twill. They're going to run vertically. First layer will butt, and then the next layer will go over the top of that. But before we can do that, we need to fair it, clean it, and coat it in epoxy. And then we can think about fiberglassing, just so that that layer of epoxy helps the off-gassing with the temperature in the wood, and it won't wick it, like it won't suck the epoxy out of the fiberglass because the wood's so thirsty. We've already fed the wood, already watered it, epoxied it. Okay, what I'm trying to do behind me is brace the boat up adequately so that I can start removing some props under the boat there. That involves just running a few beams across to the actual shed, a couple of smaller braces underneath to hold the weight, and she should be okay. It'd be a bit unfortunate if it fell over. But now I'm going to remove these 2 props so that we can sand around there and fair the hull in. One prop out of the way. Two props gone. Okay, so we're going to fiberglass another section, slowly making our way down the deck, progressively getting better and more efficient and developing systems on how to do it. I'm going to do this little bit here. Actually joining the next one here, so I'm gonna cut this one down here. Like that. Drop that down there. Usually it's best to trim it when it's tacky, but we don't have time for that. Like quite literally. The diesel heater's running right there. Actually wouldn't be surprised if this bit cures like really fast. The diesel heater's going.
Good time of year to do this.
What's that?
It's a good time of year to do this.
It is, yeah. Now, do I bring that back and let the other one? That. So I'd like to take a moment to talk about peel ply. The reason we're using peel ply on the deck, as some people may think it's not necessary, we're actually practicing in preparation for the hull and fiberglassing the hull. There is also another advantage of using peel ply on the deck. Because we have not quite hit temperatures that are optimum for epoxy and working with epoxy, it leaves this blush, which is a waxy residue on top of the fiberglass when you do it in slightly colder temperatures. The peel ply actually removes this problem. The blush stays on top of the peel ply, and you pull the peel ply off and then there's no blush. When there is blush, you have to scrub it off with hot soapy water. There's also sanding involved if you don't use peel ply. You have to roughen the surface. With peel ply, it leaves the surface prepared for the next layer of whatever else you need to do. So there's no sanding of fiberglass, which no one particularly enjoys. So if you're questioning why it's necessary to use peel ply on the deck on such an easy surface, it's a part of practice and also eliminating extra work that we don't want to do. We would rather put our energy and time into other things on the boat and use peel ply, which just saves us time and energy and exposing ourselves to more horrible chemicals when we're sanding. So that's the reason behind peel ply this far. Okay, so belt sanding or fairing the hull is very labour intensive, as you may have worked out, but we knew that it was going to be like that, and we sort of, well, that's why we put it off a little bit, I guess, but it's got to happen. Holding up this big belt sander is quite heavy. It's a very effective machine, in my opinion, for the type of fairing we're doing. We're not talking about final fairing here. We're talking about sort of an intermediate fair of the hull planks. And the belt sander, because it's flat, you can run it at diagonally or right angles to the planking and really tear it away and create sort of quite a smooth, flat surface. But we have bought a smaller belt sander in the vague hope that this will be lighter. I'll open it up and have a look, but yeah, let's... Ooh, it's already a bit heavy. Yes, well... Odd there's no graphite. There's oil coming off it. Anyway, this is the little monster. Less power, but lighter. So the theory being you can hold it for longer, but remove less material. The other big upside of this is it has a bit more of a conventional vacuum attachment, so we're hoping we can control the dust situation a little better by attaching it to a vac. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Dum dum dum. If you've ever watched these videos and thought, wow, I'd love to support these people, their project, feed Obi, and you can't work out how you could support us, just please check out our Patreon page. This page you can sign up to for free, or you can give a monthly donation, which we put into videoing our time and the boat behind me. So if you have a moment and you think you'd like to sort of jump in and support us, we'd really appreciate it. It goes a really long way to keeping us going here, and it's honestly quite heartwarming when we have a patron sign up, because it's such a lovely gesture of support, and it always amazes us that there's people out there willing to do such a thing. So thank you, patrons, new and old, and we'll see you next time.